Thank you, everyone, for joining us on this demonstration of Equio. What is Equio? It is a cannabis business intelligence dashboard that's been built and powered by New Frontier Data. And really what it is a place to get most of your cannabis information and data needs aggregated into one place. So if, for example, you are an investor who wants to invest or are invested in cannabis, there are a lot of tools here for you, including along the top. You can see a continual running index of publicly traded cannabis companies. You can click on any of those companies. It will give you what's happening today, what's happened in the last 5 days, 3 months, or entire history of that company. Now, to get a little deeper into that, we have this widget called Weedex, which is also very much built for investors. It's very similar to the ticker across the top, but it also gives you some larger views. For example, you can look at entire sectors within the cannabis industry, see how they're doing. You can look at leaders and laggers, and this will pull out companies that are doing very well or doing poorly. And also their stock news. So on any given company or in general, what's happening in cannabis right now. So if you want to see what's happening with the individual company, you can either search or there's a drop-down menu. It will pull up that company. You can see, again, you can see the history of what's happened today, 5 days, 3 months, or the entire history of the company. You can also see all the news that's happened about that company. So this is very handy tools for people who are looking to invest or are invested. Also for any given company, it will also show you the sector that they are in. And again, it will show you the history, the entire history, 3 months, 5 days, or today. It also gives you the leaders and laggers in that sector and the news, all the news that has happened about that particular sector. So that is a tool that is very handy, like I said, for investors. If you're someone who is looking for information on the cannabis industry and what consumers are doing and pricing, we also have a widget for that. This is called the Zephyr Consumer Index. You can sort by state. So if you want to know, for example, in Colorado, what the prices are for different types of cannabis products, whether it's drinks, edibles, flowers, pre-rolls, tinctures, both in medical and adult use. It will show you the prices, like a history on prices, what the change has been, both for hybrid, indicas, and sativas. It will also show you individual archetypes of consumers and what they are consuming and where they are and how densely populated they are in any given area. So that's a widget that we have that is very helpful for people who are interested in pricing and or consumer behavior. To move on, we have our reports and charts. In this area, you will find all the different reports that New Frontier Data has ever put out. If you have purchased reports, this is where you would find your reports. This is also where you would find all of our free reports. And then to go a little farther into that, we have what we call interactive reports, which are any given report. It will show you the video. If there's videos that we've made about it, it will give you a report summary. It will also tell you about the author. And we also have charts. This is every chart that New Frontier Data has ever produced. It's searchable. You can also look for it by report. So if you want to see what we did, for example, in the Latin America report, this would have all the reports and charts that are in that report. This is not available at the base subscription level. It's at the next tier up, which is called Premium. For any of these given reports, you can obviously look at it, but you can download it. You can use it for like a presentation, or if you're doing research, you're doing a pitch deck. A lot of researchers find this very helpful. As well as a lot of like startups that need to build a case for why they're looking for investors. This is a place where a lot of people will go to get the data they need, have it in a very easy to use format. You can just plug it right into your deck. There's also a search function at the top of Equio. You can type in any type of, whether it's like hemp or a specific area in the industry you're looking for or want to know more about, I typed in California. So this pulls up everything that has to do with California. So you can see the various charts that have to do with California, specific reports that may be about California, also any videos we've done, including webinars, and all of the articles that we've written in our blog about California. And as you can see, there's quite a bit. It also aggregates all the news. So if there's news stories about California, you will find those all here too. This is a very, very useful feature that a lot of people find very helpful. And especially if you are only interested in a certain area of the cannabis industry, that's where you want to go. Speaking of daily news, we do have an area where we aggregate the top 5 stories of the day. If you don't want to have to search the web, this is a nice, easy place to find the top stories. And we have all the archives that we've ever done. So there's a lot of news available to you. To quickly go over some other areas, there is patient count and patient saturation for any given state. If you're interested in medical cannabis and medical use, this is a nice, 2 nice widgets for you. We also are expanding on our various country profiles. So we have, these are free reports that you can download that talk about the various, right now we have 4 different countries that we've profiled. It gives you a brief overview of the history of their cannabis use, legalization, hurdles they may have overcome. Moving down, we have tax notices. This is every single tax notice for every single county in the country. This is only US right now, but if you're somebody who is looking to potentially open something, or you have something open and you just want to stay abreast of what's happening in your area, you can also filter by state. So if, like, you're in Florida, you want to know all the various tax notices that are happening in Florida. It goes back a month and also what's coming. So we have something that's actually just happened today in Coral Springs. There was an announcement on a tax regulation change. And finally, we have this interactive data map. This is a very, as the name implies, interactive. It shows you legalized states, what the history of all the various states are, whether they're medical or adult use. You can also look at qualifying conditions for all the medical states. So what are the qualifying conditions in any given state? Again, this is just showing the job opportunities that we looked at before in a different, to kind of look at, a different way to look at it. So in California, for example, here's 269 jobs. And again, here is something that a lot of people find very interesting, which is tax rates in any given state. Right now, it's only at the state level. Very soon, we're going to update it to be at the county level. And finally, we have opportunity ranking. So this is, if you're an investor and you're looking at various states and which states might be good areas to invest in, this gives you just an indicator on high opportunity, medium, or low. The green are the ones you probably want to look at, and not surprisingly, it's all on the West Coast. If you would like to know more about Equio, please feel free to contact us. We can give you an individual demo or personalized demo, and we'd be happy to help and answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much.